Okay, as we promised, we are having a drawing for the 55 plus DDPY community because last week you flew over 1,000 members. Every week we're above 100 new members every single week because you guys are excited. You're telling people how to find us. And I never dreamt in my wildest imagination that we would have who we have on here today to celebrate this. And it makes me want to cry because, Coach, you know how much I love you. You guys call him DDP. Some of you call him Dallas, Diamond Dallas Page. I call him Coach because a good coach can change a game, but a great coach like him can change a life. And he's changed so many of our lives. And he's actually, when we do this drawing, Dallas, you said that you would sign the copy to the winner and you will get your own signed copy from him. So, Dallas, I cannot thank you enough for all you're doing. And now you're driving somewhere and you're taking the time to speak to this community. Bless you, bless you.
Well, I think there's five things that I'm super proud of. And for the life, because I'm going to be 68, so I am senior for many years now. I'm going to be 68 in another 3 months. And the five things that I'm the proudest of course, is my wife Paige and my girls. As far as professional, it would be the three world championships, being awarded those world championships, but becoming another one being a Hall of Famer. Another thing I'm very proud of is the resurrection of Jake the Snake, because that has touched so many people. And the last thing is our community that we have on Facebook, which started with a couple of guys just trying to help make themselves accountable. And they were like-minded people. And it grew from 5 people to over 77,000. Oh. And now we've got the seniors section because it's different. Because younger people don't understand, what it's like. 55 is kind of easy. 60, you go, wow. Oh, wow, 65. Like we have different rules, like for ourselves, or I should say, we have different disciplines.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that, when you really own your discipline, you realize that discipline is the truest form of self-love, ignoring current pleasures for bigger rewards to come. And every single person who's watching this, every single person has the ability to make themselves do what they know they need to do, when they need to do it, whether they feel like doing it or not. And for those who don't use that ability, you might want to go, and to me, the list, that's the very first thing on the app, on DDP Yoga Now app. The very first thing on the list is, what's your why? Yeah. Like, why are you here? Why are you on the app? It's so important to know what that why is, because when that why becomes strong enough, you won't need to find discipline.
Yeah. Discipline
will find you. And that's the beauty of it, because once you start, like I woke up this morning, when I rolled out of bed, I have this PMF machine that sends electrodes to my body that literally loosens up my body immediately. And I'm on it for like 15 or 20 minutes. Then I go and I get in my cold plunge, which is 40 degrees today.
Jeez.
For 6 minutes.
Oh.
Then I do the oxygen therapy, and then I go to the mat and do DDPY. 3 days a week, I'll throw on power cuffs, and I'll do those power cuff weight workouts, and I'll do DDPY. Again, this is our disciplines that I own. And when you own your discipline, it's truly like having a superpower. And that's one of the things I really wanted to get across to everybody, because this is a really amazing thing that has grown like very quickly. Like, you're over 1,000 people. That's amazing. But it's like-minded people.
Yes.
And you understand that, like, we've got to help each other. Yeah. It takes a village. And, again, no one can tell me that, well, you don't understand. I'm going to be 68 and I may still be a Ferrari, but I got 998,000 miles on me, So, so the bottom line is I'm constantly living my life to the fullest, but also I'm really smart about it. And since I didn't really grow up like a normal person did with parents and stuff, bounce around like a pinball, I was parenting myself at a very early age. And at an elder age, I continue to parent myself. So we all have that ability, guys. So if you just put the work in and keep doing what you're doing, you literally can turn back the hands of time. This young lady right here has done it, and several people have.
Yeah, I feel 15 to 20 years younger since I started last year with you on January 20th of 2022 was when I started. And I'm for sure 15 to 20 years younger in energy and everything, Coach. But it was by following your teaching.
It's so important that, again, you've also realized that you've got to be the most important person to yourself right now, so you could take care of your 95-year-old and your grandkids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it shoots the whole spectrum, and nobody doesn't want to, like, especially at our age, to not be able to spend time, like healthy, fun time with the grandkids. But as you get older, you get more beat up. You see, the biggest thing, the reason why I was so drawn to the Power Cup workouts, because again, they were developed for rehabilitation. And that's the whole reason they started. And as we get older, the four things we lose: muscle, bone density, mobility, and flexibility. Being able to get up and down and go to the ground. Doing our program, if you put the work in, I'm about to come up with serious things to do for your knees on top of what we've already got for the rehab of stuff that I've done, because I'm bone on both knees. And my doc, I was like, is there any way we can get these any better? And he basically said, there's nothing else to do for your shoulders or your knees. When you finally get to where it's too uncomfortable and painful, he said, then we'll replace them. But he said to me, you're not going to like them though, because you're incredibly mobile still. And I've come up with some new things. Like, I couldn't sit on my heels, like on being on my knees and then sit on your heels.
Right.
I haven't been able to do that for over a decade. But over these last 3 months, today I was sitting on my heels for 5 deep breaths.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm back to, I can't pick myself up yet, but that's the next thing. And it's a series of ways I've figured out how to break up scar tissue.
Wow.
And when you break up scar tissue, that eliminate. And it's really uncomfortable to do it. Now, I don't want to say that it's not uncomfortable to do it, but when you do it, you create more mobility and you start to create strength. And it starts very little. It's those little muscles that you're turning on. And right now, I'm literally shocked where I've been able to go with it. And I know a lot of it has to do with the power cuffs and what I'm doing, because the blood flow, it's all about rushing blood flow to a certain area to help heal that area. And I mean, I'm the first guinea pig.
Yeah, but that's huge. When I started that last year, I couldn't walk at all. I had lost all mobility over 9 years of my knee injuries. And really, Coach, we inside this community 55 plus, lots of people are leaving comments about their knees. It's almost like an epidemic level of the over 1,000 people. Knees are a huge deal, and the fact that you're finding a new breakthrough for us, even in that area, is huge. Thank you.
It is, and but a lot of this comes down to the food too.
Yeah.
Like, I am completely free. And if you don't think that it does anything and you're watching this, I challenge you. I challenge you just for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, you eat vegetables and protein, ideally organic vegetables and organic proteins, ideally. Um, but if you eat vegetables and protein, your knee pain will go down. Your hip, your back pain will, because the worst, the most inflammatory things we can put in our body is gluten, which is wheat and gluten together, and gluten's in just about everything. If it doesn't say gluten free, it's not. There's like a 99% chance it's not, because people want to push, right? Hey, we're 100% gluten free. The other is dairy, and the last one, which is the hardest thing to get off, is sugar.
Yeah.
And sugar is like at the top of the list. Like when you have cancer, they put insulin that's dripped with sugar into your body to see where the cancer will come and eat up the sugar.
Whoa.
That's how they bring it out. That's what I was told by a doctor. But it's these are things that, and I know people who have given it all up. I've given up sugar at points, 8 grams or less. I did for about 3 months just to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
And I literally was shocked that after those first 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I didn't want it as much. And I've got a better handle on it today. I'm very conscious about how much sugar I eat because of the inflammatory issues. But anyone who's watching this, you're obviously doing DDP yoga, or one of your friends asked you to come over, check it out. Do the list. Do everything on the list, because if you do everything on the list, you're going to be really successful. That's and you're going to start holding back the hands of time. All right, so let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel, see who gets the autograph.
Who's going to get an autograph book? Oh, my word. This is such a big deal. I cannot believe you're doing this for us today. Coach, this is amazing. Hold on. Okay, here we are. We're going to share the wheel right now, you guys. We're going to tap it. Whichever it stops on, you're the one. About to stop. Oh, whoa. Ruth Lewis.
Ruth Lewis. Ruth Lewis.
You're the one. Oh, my word, Ruth. What do you think, Coach?
That's awesome. I will gladly sign that to her. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to try to come on once a month, and we'll do some kind of giveaway again. We'll come up with something different all the time. Maybe the next one will be a picture and says, do your DDPY or else, bang. Nothing else, whatever. So we'll come up with still little things to keep people, keep their attention, but at the same time, just this community continuing to grow and help each other. That is going to be, the cherry on top of the organic cherry on top of the gluten-free, dairy-free ice cream.
Really, you gave us this new app, nutrition part of the app that's new. You've given all those recipes so that we don't have to wonder how to find delicious sugar-free or delicious dairy-free. Seriously, what you guys gave us, that was maybe 4 weeks ago, that's part of the site launched. That's gigantic. Yeah. We don't have to search the internet for good recipes. You've got them for us.
Yeah, they're right there, and they're really healthy, but they taste great. There's not, when you consider how many cooking shows there are, and none of them are healthy.
No.
And we've got the only one, and we've got 3 different 90-day not subscriptions, because you already get it as part of the app, but we have 3 90-day eating plans on 3 different levels. So pick which one you want to go with.
That's
and
right.
People still want to eat gluten. Well, I don't care. But when you get to 55 and up, just take it out of your body for 3 weeks and tell me you don't feel a difference. All right, girl.
Great challenge. We'll love you tons. Thank you so much.